gotten the question a couple times, like, what's it like working on a movie soundtrack? I have no idea what it's like to work on a movie soundtrack. All I know is what it's like to work with Noah Baumbach, like, and what it's like to work on this movie with this person, which was great. It felt like we were in like college, and he was finishing his year up making a movie, and I was his roommate, and I had a studio, so I made the songs. It didn't feel like we worked for a studio at all. Like he was editing the film about 100 meters from where I was recording my album, so I could walk across the street and we could go get a cup of coffee, and I could hang out with his dog, and we'd talk about the movie and talk about the editing and talk about the dialogue. And making the music was just my focus and contribution, but it was super organic. We wound up making music that has nothing to do with LCD, really. We wound up making music that's just about, we're friends, and we love a lot of the same music, and it was really just purely serving the movie. But instead of making a soundtrack, we wanted to make songs. Like, I was really fixated on, I don't like soundtracks because usually I find they just are insulting. Like, oh, it's a sad moment and you're too stupid to get it, and the actors suck so bad, so I'm gonna have to make it sad sounding. And I feel like the actors are really good in the movie, and the audience isn't gonna be that dumb, so I don't have to do things like that. So instead, we made like almost period pieces that like fit in with the characters' like idea of music. And I set up this like sort of Hollywood 1972 recording setup that was pretty basic, like a Harry Nilsson setup, kind of Beatle drum recording, and like a limited palette of instruments. And it was always just set up and ready to record, so I could just walk in and demo ideas really quickly. And then I'd bring them over to him. Like, we'd watch a scene, I'd walk across the street, write a song with lyrics and everything, and on piano and drums and bass, and bring them over. And then we'd both get really attached to these demos. So the things that wind up in the movie are kind of these rough, kind of like late 60s, early 70s home recording sounding things. That was great. Like, it was great to just be able to be super spontaneous and write. But, you know, musically it's very different than what I normally do too, which was also fun. But it would be more nerve-wracking if I was calling it like an LCD Soundsystem record.